Now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now. What was I made for? What was I made for? Taking a drive, I wasn't ideal. I don't know this song. Ever since the Golden Globes, I can't get this fucking song out of my head. It's an ADD thing. When songs get in there, they fucking stay for weeks. The only way to get them out is to learn them. Hello, everybody. Champy's getting it. Champy can sing it better than I can at this point. Yeah, I learned the words. I just can't get the melody out of my head. It's been all day. All day. All right, everybody. Happy Friday night. Happy date night. Let's get talking about AI stuff, nonsense, ADD, life, the cosmos, the disappointment of the GPT store. That's not a store. It's barely a directory, people. It's a web page with 84 GPTs out of 3 million listed on it. I was doing a live today on LinkedIn, and it hit me. I think it was it Cabruno, or it might have been Kelly Camp. It was like, what's with OpenAI not being good at being a consumer software company? And I realized, kind of in the moment, OpenAI is a research lab. OpenAI is not interested in Chat GPT. Well, they are now. but Chat GPT was an afterthought. They're interested in Chat GPT 5. They're interested in the underlying model that changes the world. They're a research lab. The fact that Chat GPT took off and became popular was an accident. They are the accidental apple, right? And so I think we, including me, put kind of Apple level expectations on them because they were the first to do this technology that we know is going to change the world, and that's kind of been Apple's backyard for a long time. And they've always been masterful at the consumer thing and at the marketing thing. So, anyway, that hit me today. That we're holding a research lab to consumer marketing standards. Mod reminder. All right. I don't know what you're reminding them, but hey. Kyle, are you buying the R1? Already bought. I was in the first batch of 10,000. I bought it within the first I saw of it was Robert Scoble said he ordered one. And so then I went and looked at it and I watched the keynote, which was decently unwatchable, but the technology was pretty impressive. And then the industrial design of the thing was so sexy, and it was also only $200. So apparently the first 10,000 are going to be delivered by end of March, the second 10,000 by the end of April or mid-May, and then the third 10,000 by June or something like that. I'll believe it when I see it. It's delivering hardware is not easy, especially when you're a startup. So, you know, it's interesting. They kind of did the equivalent of a crowdfunding campaign, but they launched it at CES. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Rabbit R1. It's a funny name. I think rabbits definitely need to be part of our AI Learning Lab zoo now. I really think rabbits are in. Oh man. Okay. Woo! Happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. Let's get started here. I was wondering what the reminder was. I don't know what the reminder was either, but I've not been paying attention to comments here. So here's how this works here at the AI Learning Lab. If you have questions about AI, if you want to talk about something in AI, if you want me to explain something, hey, does everyone know how Chat GPT actually works? If you don't know how that works, I can tell you how it works. It'll blow your fucking mind. When you understand how Chat GPT works, it makes no sense that it works. It makes no sense. Although it makes perfect sense, but it makes no sense. All right, I got to go to the mod channel. Hold, please. I'm a little congested this evening. Oh, yeah. I did say that. But wait, I've got to do something. Thanks for the mod reminder. Now I know what you're talking about. I may not be able to do it right now. Where do I do it here? No. I'm gonna have to get to it. No, I know what it's about. I have to do it before I start. Someone was going to be a mod. I've got to make them a mod, and I asked them to remind me to do it. Yes, thank you, Tom. Yeah, so I asked them to ask me to do it, but anyway, I had to do it before I started, but I forgot. Doesn't matter. Listen, if you wanted this to be a professional operation, you'd have gone to CBS. Okay? Oh, by the way, CBS is a what's called a television network. Television is this thing that people used to watch that had what was called professional programming on it. And on a weekly basis, they would watch shows with actual actors and props and music and plots and writing. This is not that. This is very much like a professional show if you remove the professional. You understand? Yeah. Well, I'm not special. Yeah. He's interesting. He's interesting. I understand your appeal. I understand why you would enjoy this. I am confused. I'll admit it. I'm confused. I do not find it as entertaining as I've seen you laugh sometimes at what this is, and he's it certainly seems like you think he's clever. It certainly seems that way. Yes. No, I support you because I love you. This is not about any judgment of whatever this is. All right. And scene. And now the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite. I'm Walter Cronkite, and you're not. Actually, my first job in New York City, I sold yo-yos at Fao Schwartz on Fifth Avenue. And they stationed me because, I got the whole package going. They stationed me right at the top of the escalators with my yo-yos. I think even back then it was a little wooden yo-yo. It's like $20 for a yo-yo. But I could do yo-yo tricks. And I stood at the top of the escalator. And one day, Walter Cronkite comes up the escalator at Fao Schwartz with his grandkids. And I'm doing tricks. And I zip the yo-yo out across the floor and bring it back and zap it up. And Walter Cronkite looks at his little grandson and goes, "Yep, walking a dog." Huh? I actually have a Walter Cronkite story. Keith Richards also came in. I yo-yoed for Keith Richards. That was pretty cool. That was a good first job in New York. If you're going to have a first job in New York, selling yo-yos at Fao Schwartz, where, Tom Hanks did Big, that's a good one. All right. Okay. What are we doing here tonight? Did you guys want to talk about anything? Because I don't know. I ain't got any of this shit figured out. Oh, we know that, Kyle. We're very clear on that one. What are your qualifications? Oh, Mantrid. That is such a petty question. What are your qualifications? I have none. Alas, Kyle, you haven't worn Sugar Skull shirt in a while. I can't. Every time I look at that shirt now, I flush in embarrassment. Johnny Cupcakes. I don't wear the Johnny Cupcake shirt anymore because that's all I can see now is the pasties. I could never. Isn't that funny? It's like AI. You can't unsee it. Like once you see what this shit is, you can't unsee it. But did you know the yo-yo was invented by the Filipinos? I did know that. I did indeed. Yeah. And those guys, they very often win the world championships. Yeah, I was a professional juggler for a while, so I was fairly seriously into that stuff. All the jugglers. Can you talk about the GPT Store? Is it open to the public? I can absolutely talk about the GPT Store. I almost did a video on it this afternoon, and then I just ran out of time. I'm going to do a video on the GPT Store. It is, it's bad. But let's go look at it, and I'll tell you why it's bad, and I'll tell you how they can fix it. And listen, I think they likely will fix it, but they said they were going to launch this thing the end of November, and it's now mid-January. So 2 months after they said they were going to launch it, they launch it, and it is what I would have expected back in November. So I thought they were actually working on it. I assumed they were not, that they just threw this thing together. Anyway. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at the Chat GPT. All right? Let's go look at the Chat GPT. By the way, this is from Suzanne Welker-Juergens. I think this is one of her GPTs makes cool wine bottle label designs. I think that's what that is. Or she might have just prompted that up there. But she's got like other ones that are really cool. So, the Irregulars. She can't spell. That's not Dali misspelling that. That's Suzanne just mistyping. This Dali did perfect. She just actually mistyped it. So just in case there was any. Wait, what? Oh, that was a Dali typo. See, I've never. It's fun. So funny, Dali. I've never had it make a typo for me. It's always perfect for me. Very strange. Anyway, sucks to be you guys. Is he telling the truth? Do you think that Dali never does misspellings for him? Do you think that's true? Oh, he fibs? He does not. Does he know Sam? He said knows Sam Altman. Does he not know Sam Altman? Oh my goodness. I thought he knew Sam. What about Elon? He said he knows Elon. Does he know Elon? Oh my goodness. Oh, he is such a fibber. Oh, he is such a fibber. Oh my goodness. Oh, Cam still can't pin. Oh, sorry, Cam. Yeah, sometimes TikTok just sucks. It's not you. It's the janky gods. Oh, which reminds me, we have a good janky picture. Embrace the janky. It's a good one. Oh man. Okay, so here we are at Chat GPT, and I'm going to flip over to Chat GPT 4. So if you want to use GPTs, you need to have a Gpt Plus account. Kyle, did you see that Riley Brown added you in LinkedIn? Danielle, I saw that there were some posts about Riley Brown. I didn't know who he was until I went right before I came on here, and I went and saw who he was. So sort of. I didn't take it in at all. So I've got to go figure out what it actually means. And I know he's probably got a big following. So I think that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm like, what do you call that? I'm like an old guy trying to be hip on the TikToks and the YouTubes. And so I stumble into this. It's funny. This chapter that I wrote for Cindy Kuhn's book, I started out with, there was this moment in 1995 where we're standing in our agency.com offices, and we had hired Clay Shirky, he's a futurist, and he works at Columbia. I think he still works at Columbia. But anyway, he's written a couple of books and things like that. But Clay worked for us. And at one point, I don't know what happened. We landed yet another Fortune 500 client. We had landed 4 or 5 in a row, and we landed another one. And Clay Shirky just looked at me and he goes, you know who you are, Kyle? You're the Forrest Gump of the internet. And he meant it as a compliment, but it was just I was just stumbling my way into success after success, and I kind of feel like that's that feels consistent with my entire career. So yeah, I don't know if it's a success. Riley is he's a YouTuber that he's one of the guys that's super energetic about AI. So I don't as energetic as I don't have that kind of how do we say performance style. Oh man, can we at least flip the Blanton's bag over? Oh yeah, I guess we can. Yes, sissies. Hang on. This weekend I'm gonna go out to a office supply store and get myself a pack of construction paper. I'm gonna buy a whole pack of construction paper so I can get one black piece. Oh man. What are we doing here? We are talking about the GPT store. Okay, so here's ChatGPT. If you don't know what so ChatGPT, large language model, you type shit into it and it does stuff, right? It can make pictures, it can see pictures, it can code, it can analyze data, it does all sorts of this stuff. GPTs are these things that are little customized versions of this. So, like, for example, here's one that I made called the AI Executive Order Explorer. So this is Chat GPT, but this has actually been trained on. I uploaded President Biden's executive order on artificial intelligence, and then now you can go ask questions about it. So that's pretty slick. And then there's just tons and tons and tons of these. OpenAI said there were 3 million of these. This is one I made called 70s Muscle Car Machine, which will design you like a poster for your bedroom for the 70s of a muscle car. That one makes me very happy. And you just say, like, there's a little pre-done thing here. I'm ready to design my dream car. And then it asks you what dream car you want to do. Like I always say, AI Learning Lab is just like a box of chocolates. Exactly, Papa JJ. Oh, man. Come on, load. Oh, y'all are funny. The mods are cute. I got to tell you, the mods are having a good little conversation off to the side. All right, let's start by, so wait, what are we going to do? We're going to do a Mustang. We'll do Mustang fastback. And then it should ask us what color we want. Great. What color do you want? Let's go blue, white stripes. A blue Mustang fastback with white stripes. That's going to look stunning. Now, final question. Any custom mods? Let's go. Drag wheels and spoiler. All right, and now it should go off and make us life is like a box of chocolates. Your dream car is shaping up to be quite a masterpiece. A 1970s Mustang fastback, blue with white stripes, equipped with drag wheels and a spoiler. Let's bring it to life. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. See what I'm saying? What does that say? Fast Chad, fastback? So that's what a GPT is. They can be anything. And then the GPT Store, so if you go to this thing that says Explore GPTs, it takes you to this thing. GPTs. And then you scroll down and there's a bunch of these GPTs. And you're like, well, Kyle, isn't that sort of what it looked like before? It is sort of what it looked like before. The difference is that you can now search for other people's GPTs where you really couldn't before. So if I put in here, well, I could do my Sin City Sipper. Sin City Sipper. So, up will come, my thing and anything with the word sin in it. And then you can go to that. And so that's what it is. Now, if I go back to the store, I can also click on my GPTs. It'll give me just a list of mine. Here's one of the things that I find really frustrating about the GPT store. This is my list of GPTs that I can see. I can't give this URL to someone. I can't say, here's a link to all of my GPTs on the GPT store. That's one thing it doesn't do, which I find absolutely ridiculous. Like, seriously, really? Really? That's what we're going with? You can see your own, but you can't share this. So there's strike number one. Let's see. Strike number two, there's 7 categories, which that's fine. There's ultimately going to be, more than this, but they start with 7. But when you click on these categories, it's literally just jumping you down to an anchor link on a single web page. So the GPT store right now is actually just a single web page with anchor links to the 7 sections. And then each section displays it features 6 GPTs, and if you click show more, it shows 6 more, and then that's it. Like, you can't see. If I wanted to see more things within productivity, there's only 12 that are being featured. So this is a hand curated list from probably some intern at OpenAI that's just picking the ones in this list. Maybe they're doing it by popularity. I don't know. I think you have to have at least 1,000 uses of your GPT to get it eligible for this list. So anyway, so that's that. There's no mention of pricing or that you need to upscale to get here. There's no mention of how you share these things. There's no mention of if you want to embed these things in your website. There's no mention of if you want to make money on these things.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
You know, one of the things that Salmon talked about when they launched the GPTs was that there was going to be rev sharing. Like, there's none of that in here. So this is what I would consider to be a minimum viable web page. This is it's not even a store at this point. You know, it's barely a directory. True, you can search for them, and the search isn't bad. It seems to be pretty quick, and I could put in here like pottery, and then it will go find, you know, pottery stuff. I wonder if I can do glaze. I wonder if Corey Sandler's glaze recipe maker here is here. I mean, I'm sure it's here. Wonder if I can find it. No recipe found. Glazing recipe. Told you I can't get that song out of my head. Recipe? Is recipe right? No. Anyway, all right. So that's what the Chat GPT Store is. Now, search for the Decorator app. Okay. The Decorator app. The Negotiator, the Decorator app by Jorge Medina. You don't have a picture in there. You should put a picture in there if you haven't. Need inspiration for your home improvement? Submit a photo of your space and let's turn it into something. All right, let me see if I can find a picture of a space. Oh, look at that. That's the Sin City Sipper hero image. I actually love that image. Blanton's, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's a space. there's a space. We got a few pets, but we'll go with that one. So we're going to upload that space, and then let's see what the Decorator app does with our room full of vermin. To begin with your decorating journey, could you please describe the room? Oh, it didn't take the upload. Once you've made your... So we'll say foyer. So this is to describe it, I think. All right, cool, very cool. So that's that. Here's the deal about the GPT Store. The fact that I'm kind of razzing on them right now, I'm not going to be the only one. People are going to razz on this thing. They're going to pick on it. They're going to say, this is the dumbest thing ever. This is stupid. This is poo-poo. And it will be until it's not, or until they bail on it, right? So if you've been playing along for the past year, OpenAI made a pretty big deal of these things called plugins back in the day, back in February, March, something like that. Whenever GPT-4 came out, plugins came out pretty shortly after, or maybe even when it launched. And the plugin store was popular for about a month, and then nobody used the plugins. And in fact, like 3 weeks after they launched plugins, Sam Altman said, there's not a product market fit. So basically, they had the data to know that plugins were a flop. And then when he announced GPTs back in November, one of the things he basically said in a subsequent interview was that GPTs were the evolution of plugins. And so I think it was Cindy Kuhn pointed out, or maybe it was, I forget, someone in one of my lives today pointed out that a lot of the featured GPTs are the same companies that had popular plugins. So, Lunastick, I made a TikTok of me complaining about it for the first time in months. Complaining about what? About the GPT store. Yeah, I'm gonna make a TikTok tomorrow complaining about it, because it's like they got to get their shit together. Listen, I respect that they're a research lab, that they're an accidental consumer company, but you've got $10 billion. You're the highest profile tech company on the planet right now, just in terms of people paying attention to you. Bring in some consumer software people, right? Bring in some people that know how to market this stuff and create product for this kind of audience. It's not that hard right now. You literally have zero competition other than Poe, which the CEO of Quora, who runs Poe, is on the board of OpenAI. So you've effectively got zero competition. You can't fuck this up. And they have managed to underdeliver, in my opinion. In my humble. He's not very humble, is he? He said it was in his humble opinion. But then he seems to have hubris. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like he's very opinionated. He's got an edge. He's like he's like a New Yorker, except he acts like a Midwesterner. But then he's got this edge. He seems angry. Very charming. But why do you watch this? Okay, and scene. So anyway, that's the GPT store. I don't mean to dump on it, but they got to get their shit together. And what do I always say? Everything right now is a janky piece of shit. This is living up to that expectation. Underestimate any of this technology at your own risk. It's really easy to make fun of this stuff right now. It's really easy to go, it's not perfect. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to wait. This stuff, one of the interesting things, wait, Kyle, can you plug the salon as a place to share your custom GPTs and get help? I can absolutely do that. That's a really good idea. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Go to, how many folks are in here? Go to there, the Salon.Ai. So this place, well, that place is just a link tree. That URL is just going to take you to a link tree. But this organization, so the AI Learning Lab channel, this channel is, can I still juggle? Why do you ask? No, I can't. Yes, I can still juggle. Squirrel! See? All right. Wasn't he talking about the AI salon? What's going on? Why is he juggling? Wait, I just went to the bathroom. I came back. What's happening? Suddenly whips out juggling things. Listen, I'm a 58-year-old ADD child. I surround myself with shit to distract myself. You want to see poorly formed card tricks? I can do that too. Oh my God. So yes, I can still juggle. Anyway, AI Salon, where was I? What were we talking about? Blame it on the Blantons. Except I haven't had any tonight. I should have some Blantons tonight. I'm a little fucking wiry. I'm a little like, yeah. Okay. What am I supposed to do here, people? Okay, aisalon.mn.co, or go there, the salon.ai. This is a community I started the week after ChatGPT launched. So we just celebrated our 1 year anniversary. And so when you come to the AI Salon, the first link on that link tree, the Salon.Ai, will bring you here. First place you should go is Welcome to the Salon. And you'll see that picture that I just showed over there and that other thing. And this talks about who we are and what we do. Okay, so go check this out. You know, the AI Salon is really a gathering place for people that are curious about AI, that are trying to figure this shit out, no matter where you are in the journey. One of the things I talk about a lot in here is we're all beginning. Like no one is an expert right now, and they're not going to be for. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 3 years, but it's probably more like 2. But I just have a feeling that things are going to change so much over the next 3 years that we are all, for the next at least 3 years, going to be in a constant state of ignorance and feeling like we're clueless, feeling like we're behind, feeling like we don't know what we're doing. And anyone in here that comes in here regularly, we call them the Irregulars. You can be an Irregular too. How? Just show up and listen to my stupid ass every night. And then play and get curious and then join the AI Salon. So this is the place we gather, the AI Salon. And we've got, we talk about our values here on this page. And I really want you to check these out and take them in because they're important. This is who we want here. We want people that are curious. We want people that are generous, that are willing to share what they know. Not like you have to ask them to tell you about the prompt, but they're just like, hey, I just figured something out. Here's what I did. Here's how, here's what worked. Here's what didn't. And that happens regularly in here. And it is surprisingly rare, but like that's who this group is. Exploration is one of our values. We want adventurous people. We want collaborative people. We want people that are like, oh, I got to figure this thing out. Or I just told someone about AI and now they want to hire me, but I can't do the programming part, but you can do that. Let's, come on, I can make the costumes. I've got a barn. Let's put on a show. We want that. Inclusion is one of our values. Like people are going to come from all different professions, all different experiences, all different educational backgrounds. And because this affects everyone. What's happening with AI is going to affect everyone that touches a computer and a lot of people that don't. And then empathy. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people are angry. And so how do we interact with people that might not be where we are? Well, be empathetic. Take them in. Understand they might be afraid. Understand they might be pissed off. Understand why. Take that in. So if those values resonate with you, then this is your people. And it's an amazing, amazing group. And then in the community section, first thing that you should do is introduce yourself. So the little first section in community is introduce yourself. So hop in there, introduce yourself, be generous. Tell us more than just, hey, I'm here. AI's cool. Hop in and tell us what you do and what's your background and, I don't know what your epiphany was with AI or you're just getting started and people will adopt you. And then there's a water cooler discussion. There's a show and tell. So the show and tell is really fun. So what happens is this, the Irregulars, the people that come here all the time, just because of the nature of this channel, I sometimes have to repeat things over and over again. Like, what's ChatGPT or what's a GPT or what's the store or what's the salon. And so while I'm rambling and babbling and being distracted with, do you still juggle? They're off like making images, entertaining themselves, having side conversations. And so the show and tell channel has become kind of this real-time jam for drunk robots. The Blanton Blues. That's really good, Chris. And so as I'm rambling, people can juggle. That's about as good as I do card tricks. I can fling them pretty good. So they just, hey, Sam, let me build your website for your store. Really? I mean, come on. You've had 3 months to put that together, and you came up with a scrolling single web page with anchor tags. We could have done that in 1995 for you there, buddy. So the accidental apple. Yeah, I mean that is sort of what ChatGPT's become, or OpenAI's become. Although this new the Rabbit R1 hardware device, they've kind of snuck into that position with that device. Nice Joker. Wait, how are we supposed to sleep at night when you're posting stuff like that, huh? Can I make music with Copilot on my phone? Absolutely. Yeah, you should be able to. I don't know if the Copilot app has access to plugins. I can show you how to make music in Copilot in a website. So what you can probably do, Jeffrey, is go to your browser on your phone and go to copilot.microsoft.com if you can't do it within the app. But you should be able to do it within the app. But let me go show you how to do that. So anyway, please go to the AI Salon. Check out what we're about. If you're into it, sign up, sign in, and start participating. Just jump in. There's an ask for help section. There's a shameless self-promotion if you want to talk about whatever you're up to. There's AI tools and resources. This is a big, long list. I maintain this list of things that I think you should be paying attention to. And then there's also add your favorite tool, where people in the community also add tools they think are interesting. So this is a really good resource. And then there's also guilds. So a 101 guild, an art guild, writers, business, mechanics, healthcare, video, and education. So all the different guilds are sub-communities within the community where you can go learn different stuff and find people that are interested in similar kinds of things. All right. So that's that. Let's hop over to Copilot for a second. So if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, that will take you here, which this is ostensibly ChatGPT for free. ChatGPT 4 for free. Now, is it really ChatGPT 4? Not really. Because it's just the nature of how these things work. This is sort of Microsoft's version of ChatGPT 4. And it's got a lot of safety guardrails in it. But let me see. Let me sign in here. Oh, I actually have a business account now. All right, so see where it says down here, it says make a song with Suno. So if you're on the desktop version, on the right-hand side, this is your prompt history, and then there's also a tab for plugins. And if you go to plugins, you scroll all the way to the bottom. You have to have search enabled, and then once you have that enabled, the next plugin above it is called Suno. Suno is this songwriting thing. And so assuming that your Suno plugin is enabled, then you can make a song. So I could say, make a song about being a functional juggler in your 50s. What's a functional juggler? Is functional juggling a thing? Is that like an emotional support dog, a functional juggler? It's very similar to that. Well, I can juggle in the morning, juggle in the night. I can juggle when the sun's high up in the sky. That almost rhymes. I've been catching and tossing for all my life. I'm a functional juggler, and I'm feeling all right. And we should have the music here soon. Here we go.
I can juggle in the morning, juggle in the night. I can juggle when the sun's high up in the sky. I've been catching and tossing for all my life. I'm a functional juggler and I'm feeling alright. Keeping the balls in the air, yeah, I'm on the road. Got the rhythm in my hands, baby, don't you know I'm a 50s juggling sensation? Can't you see? I'll keep the balls flying, just watching you believe.
I'll keep the balls flying. Just watch and you'll believe. Oh, yeah. That was Kyle Shannon with I'm Still Juggling at 58.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
It's so funny. We drive around. There's two different street jugglers here in Denver that are not. So, like, when I think street jugglers, I think, like, you know, someone like on the 16th Street Mall where they put out the hat and they do their juggling thing and they juggle fire and they ride a unicycle and they gather a crowd. No, these street jugglers are, like, at stoplights. And so the cars all stop at the stoplight. The jugglers run in front of the traffic, juggle really quick, and then go, ta-da! And try to get people to give them dollars. And it's like, every time I see one of them, I say to whoever's in the car, I'm like, see, I got a fallback career. Oh, Lordy. What have I done with my life? What have I done? Woo! All right. Enough comedy jokes. All right. Fantastic. Hey, that's my pick. Oh, nice, Ion China. Which one was that? The this one? The Embrace the Janky? I love that one. That was really good. Thank you for sending that to me. Very nice. The other thing that I do on the AI Salon Show and Tell channel is I'll check in there, you know, throughout the show and just see the kind of visual trolling that's going on. The other thing that you can do in Show and Tell, though, is you can share your GPTs. So if you've got a GPT, pop it in there and let people know it's there. It's just a really good group. So you should be a part of that group if you're not a part of that group. And it's a group that embraces the janky. Here we go again. Oh, yeah. Ask it to list the top 5 millionaires that made their millions in juggling. That's actually pretty solid there, Joker. All right. Who are the top 5 millionaires that made their millions in juggling? It appears there's no readily available information on millionaires who made their wealth specifically through juggling. Although Michael Motion probably made a living, he probably did not make millions. And then there were the brothers Karamazov, there were the Smothers brothers. There's a bunch of like really niche ones. Smothers Brothers, Steve Martin did a little juggling. But yeah. All right, so let's do this. How about millionaires who have juggled? Let's see that. Because it's a good metaphor for business. Like, you're keeping the balls in the air. It's got nothing. It's like, listen, you fucking theatrical. No one who's successful in life ever started out as a juggler. Just stop. Just don't even admit that you do that. Too late. How can I upload a 300-page text PDF to an AI and ask questions to it? True fishing. Great question. So, if you've got Chat GPT 4, you can just do it. You can also do it with Claude.ai, but let's go do it. Okay, so here I am at Chat GPT 4. If you don't have Chat GPT 4, how you get it is you go to your name and then you go to My Plan and you get Chat GPT Plus. They just added this thing called Chat GPT Team. I'm not quite recommending this yet because there's some things I've heard about it that are a little janky, although I'm about to get access to it. So once I play with it, I'll let you know. The most important thing right now with Team is that they're explicitly saying we won't train on your data, and that's only been available to enterprise subscriptions. So anyway, get ChatGPT Plus, and then when you're in ChatGPT 4, so in this pull-down menu in the top left of the main screen, go to ChatGPT 4, you'll see this paperclip. Click on the paperclip and upload your file. So let me go Salmon. Salmon Flying East is a screenplay that I wrote. So this is 120 pages. It's not 300, but 120 pages. So I just uploaded my screenplay, and I can go, please write a Hollywood style elevator pitch for this that references two other movies it reminds you of that will instantly bring it to life for who you are pitching. A classic Hollywood tactic. Reading Salmon Flying East. And that's basically it. Now, what you can also do with that 300-page document, you can make a GPT where you can upload that document to the GPT and you can share that with other people. So they can now interact with that 300-page document. The one caveat that I will tell you is the GPTs from a security and privacy standpoint are really janky right now. So if that 300-page document is proprietary and you don't want other people to potentially have access to it, then don't put it out in a GPT. Elevator pitch. Imagine the raw grit of Deer Hunter meets the haunting flashbacks of Jacob's Ladder. That's pretty cool. This screenplay is a riveting journey through the eyes of Jack, a rugged fisherman in Gig Harbor, Washington. We're thrown into Jack's turbulent past and present, oscillating between his quiet, solitary life in 1991 and the visceral horrors of Vietnam in 1971. Jack's world is filled with poignant encounters, from a tense poker game with his war buddies to a chance to meet Ping, a striking Vietnamese woman against a backdrop of war, which I was actually told, someone told me Ping is not a Vietnamese name. Which I wrote this thing in 1991, so we didn't have ChatGPT, so I couldn't do things like ask, hey, what are some good Vietnamese names? I actually would have had to go into the library, so there you have it. Back in the present, Jack's struggle with PTSD is palpable as he's haunted by visions of wartime experiences, especially a harrowing incident involving a friend, a helicopter, and a secret heroin deal gone wrong. Salmon Flying East is an intense, emotional exploration of a man grappling with the scars of war while trying to find solace in the mundane routines of his fishing life. There you go. Like, boom, bang, done. Read a screenplay. That's the coverage that in Hollywood they would have paid an intern at a talent agency lots of money to read, 10 screenplays a week and write up synopses like this for the agents. Boom, done, bang. Everything changes. These tools are going to change everything. Every piece of knowledge work, every piece of creative work, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, that's how you do that. Hope that helps. I hope that helps. Thank you for the ice cream cone there, Mandrid. Very nice. Very nice. I like me some ice cream. Ice cream's tasty. Ice cream is tasty, 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 tasty. All right. Oh, wait. You know what I need to do? No, Kyle, what? This is your channel. Why don't you tell us? Shh, 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 shh. Let's not get testy now, people. Hey, Kyle, if you move the Blanton's bag over a little bit to the right, we could read the comments. You know that, right? Did we mention it's free? Oh, we did not. So by the way, I was talking earlier about the AI Salon. This thing. Go there. I was talking before like, oh, you should join this thing. And you're like, oh, God, it's like $100 a month. What? Oh, I get it. He's just shilling his fucking company. No, the AI Salon's free. It don't cost you no money. It is just a place where we can gather. We cover it through sponsorship and through sales from the merch store. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, thank you for that. Jugglers scare me. Joker. Okay, Joker. The one that created this image, not that image. Wait, let's go. Oh, look. The GPT store. Actually, that GPT store, okay, this has got more features to it than the current GPT store. This would be better. Who did this? This is really good, Joe Mama. That's really good. Let's see. Let's get an image here. Just to understand who you're working with within the AI salon. The guy that put that image just said the phrase, "Jugglers scare me." Oh, man. This is really good. This is really good. I'm just a baby. This GPT store would have been better. Like if they used this exact image and had ChatGPT write the searching algorithms to be able to do new releases, bestsellers, and special offers, this would have been better than what they launched. Oh my God. Mr. Haney of Green Acres selling his GPTs to the new farmers from New York City. Oh, this is good. This is good. Do I juggle? Like, yes, I do. Oh, man. Y'all are funny. Joker making sure that no one sleeps tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh, my head hurts. I've been laughing too much. I have laugh headache. And let's bring it down. And bringing it down. Yes, yes. Yes. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. Fantastic. Welcome. Welcome. Come on in. Lean in close. It's going to be fantastic. Bob, tell him what he's won. He hasn't won anything. This is not a game show. Right. Thanks, Bob. Bob's a bit of a downer. Refresh show and tell, please. Okay. I think I just did. Yeah, I did. Oh, nice. What's that one? Very cool. Ooh, look at that. The GPT Store. See, that would have... Oh, sorry. Look at that one. That's sweet. Sweet! Oh, Lordy. Y'all are funny. See, that was a juggler. Well, that juggler was terrifying, dude. Listen. Oh, it's been way too long. Twirly twirly. It's fantastic. You did it. Why does he sing like that? Is he just trying to get people to leave? Is that what... I don't understand this channel. It seems like he's just entertaining himself. It's called the AI Learning Lab. Is he learning anything? Is he teaching anything? Is anybody learning anything? What is this? Please hold. Hold, please. I can't delete that from my memory. How about showing the fine folks here Korea, but be careful. Okay, I'll go show you a couple of things that are worth taking a look at. All right, so let me just talk in general. Okay. Okay, so there's a good lesson in Korea. Let me see if I can get my thoughts together. Okay, most of last year, AI tools were all these discrete, separate tools. There was Midjourney and Stable Diffusion and Adobe Firefly for images. There was, Chat GPT and Bard and whatever they called it at the time. Bing Chat from Microsoft for words. There were music ones. There were all these discrete tools. And all of them, for the most part, had the same exact requirement for you to be able to use them, which is you needed to become a prompt engineer, right? So particularly a tool like Midjourney, not only did you have to learn how to write the prompt to get your image, you had to learn how to write like command line commands, and you also had to learn what Discord was, and you had to go to Discord. And it was really confusing because you'd go to a website called midjourney.com and you'd click on join the beta, and then it would just teleport you to this entirely different thing called Discord, which if you're not a gamer, you don't know what the fuck Discord is. And then you'd just be like, where am I? And then toward the end of the year, toward the end of 2023, things started to shift. And that idea of everything sort of requiring the same skill is quickly going away. And so Korea represents a new breed of tool, as does DALL-E 3. So DALL-E 3, let me flip over here. So let me go show you Midjourney. Let's jump over to the Ai Salon Discord channel. So here I am in Midjourney, or in Discord, in the Midjourney channel. So if I want to create an image in Midjourney, I've got to type /imagine, and then it'll pull up a list, and I can click on it, or I can finish typing it, and then it gives me this little prompt box. So the first thing you need to do when creating an image is become a programmer, right? So it's like this thing is counterintuitive on about 30 different levels. The reason you would take the time to learn something like Midjourney is that it makes images better than any of the other tools out there. It still does. It's still kind of the best. So I could say 70s muscle car in lime green with, let's see, Kreger mags and side pipes in an abandoned factory. And then I'm going to put --AR space 16:9. But Kyle, why are you doing that? Why are you doing --AR 16:9? Well, because if it's not obvious to you, when you want to add a modifier to a prompt in Midjourney, you type --, and the abbreviation for that feature, and then the parameters. AR stands for aspect ratio, 16:9 is the aspect ratio. So it's kind of fucking ridiculous, right? But you do that, and then it's going to go off and do its thing, and it's going to make a really beautiful image, and then that's why you put up with that. So this was sort of this was how you made images. And Stable Diffusion was even worse, because Stable Diffusion, you had to get you had to get a web interface up and running on your own local machine that would then call a virtual machine up in the cloud that had GPUs. Like it was a nightmare to set up. But anyway, So here we are. This is making the cool image. We'll see what they do here. These are not bad. It did a Challenger, which is probably the appropriate car for it to create. And they're a little janky and weird, but that's okay. Like that one, this one here on the bottom, somewhere between like a Challenger and a Javelin. And this has got kind of, these are all weird sort of hybrid things. But I didn't specify a model. But anyway, all right. So that's Midjourney. Then we go to next evolution. I think in the evolution of these things was ChatGPT. So built into ChatGPT 4, also built into Copilot. You can also do this on Copilot. Is DALL-E 3. So I can now say similarly, and what I can do here without any codes, make me a 16 by 9 wide image of a 1970s muscle car in lime green sitting in an abandoned factory. And ChatGPT is now actually doing the prompting. So where it says creating images here, it's taking my shitty prompt and it's taking its knowledge of how to prompt its image engine and it's rewriting the prompt in the back end. I don't know if you knew that it did that, but that's how DALL-E works. And so all of a sudden, I kind of like that better than what Midjourney came up with, which is, that's a surprise to me that, that sort of got to something more pleasing for me than Midjourney that quickly. And what you can do, if you're on an image and you click on this eye, here is the prompt that it wrote. So ChatGPT wrote this prompt. A 1970s muscle car painted in a striking lime green is stationed in the midst of an abandoned factory, blah, 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 blah. The big deal about creating images in ChatGPT is, even though I started with just make me an image as the initial prompt, you don't have to start with, Kim, I'll get to Copilot in a second. Copilot's interesting to me. Copilot should be a lot better than it is. But it's free, so I like Copilot a lot. I wish I liked it more. You could be having a whole conversation with ChatGPT about marketing your business, or coming up with interior design ideas, or just feng shui for your room, and then you could say after having all the conversation about feng shui principles, you could say, show me what a room might look like that adheres to the principles we've been talking about. And it will just write a prompt in the background that will take into consideration all of that conversation you've had above it. So the skill here becomes very, very different, right? You can still do prompt engineering, but it's not as required. It's a different skill set. And then what's showed up here in the past, I don't know, what's it been, 4 weeks, 6 weeks? Stable Diffusion released a thing called Stable Diffusion XL Turbo. No, you don't need to know that. It doesn't fucking matter. But a whole bunch of tools have now adopted that. And what Stable Diffusion XL Turbo does is it renders images in real time. So like this thing took whatever it took, 10, 15 seconds. Midjourney took 10, 15 seconds. This XL Turbo thing does it in real time. So the one I'll show you that I'm going to show you 3 different tools, including Korea. Before I get off this, let me talk about Copilot. So Copilot is Microsoft's version of ChatGPT. It also uses DALL-E 3 as the image generation tool. So I can, in Copilot, create a 16 by 9 wide image of a 1970s lime green muscle car sitting in an abandoned factory with sun beaming through the broken windows. The one thing that Copilot can't do is it won't do the 16 by 9 wide. It only makes square images for whatever reason. They didn't program in aspect ratios, what I think is just stupid, but whatever. Here's the deal with Copilot is this is using the same technology that ChatGPT uses, the GPT-4 backend and DALL-E 3. It's using the same core technologies, but the actual app itself for what Copilot is has got a lot more safety guardrails on it than ChatGPT does. And so I find it really limiting because of that. But here you are, like these are good solid images, right? Good solid images. That first one was the best one. But you know, that's essentially exactly what I asked for. So the nice thing about Copilot is it's completely free. Now they rate limit you and you can't do things, and if you try to make an image it doesn't like, it'll shut down the conversation, and there's all sorts of things that are very frustrating about Copilot, but it's free. So if you don't have the $20 a month, Copilot's fucking awesome. Because it is ChatGPT 4, or no, it is GPT-4. It's Microsoft's version of ChatGPT-4. But it is GPT-4 under the hood, and it is DALL-E 3 under the hood, and they've now incorporated Suno into this, and it's got Bing web search in it. So yeah, it's a free alternative to ChatGPT-4. Okay, so now let's go to the next evolution of image generation, this real-time stuff. The first thing I'm going to go to is, I think it's app.decohere. Hang on a sec. Yeah. Go to app.decohere, DECOHERE.ai/turbo, but I'm going to the /turbo part. But just go to app.decohere.ai. And so now I'm in Turbo. So it says start typing. So check this out. So we'll do 1970. So did you see what just happened? When it was like 19, I think it went to like 19th century, right? And then I do 197. It did that. And then I do 70. And it did that. And I go 70s. Look, it just went to a muscle car. 1970s muscle car. Like and it went to a green Challenger. Isn't that amazing? 1970s muscle car in an abandoned factory with sun streaming through the windows. And then the other thing that you can do here is I can now say, well, a couple of things. So I can just flip through a whole bunch of these things it's been creating. And then if I don't like anything, it's like I can do, 1970s shiny lime green muscle car. Boom. Like just boom. Now it's shiny and lime green with sun streaming through the broken windows, piercing the dusty air. And then I can just kind of flip through these till I get to one I like. Like I like the mags on that. Those are like Keystone mags. And now I can just click generate video. And is there a way for me to... I don't think there's a way for me to... like give it directions for how to make the video. But I say generate video. And so now it's going to take this image and it's going to turn it into, a video animation. And I can upgrade if I want it faster. So for me, all of a sudden, image generation changes. Like learning to be very, very intentional with Midjourney and learning all the skills and learning all of the parameters and doing all that gives you a lot of control. ChatGPT, by incorporating image generation within the chat, allows you to create images in a larger context. A tool like this that is like literally as you're typing, morphing that image, all of a sudden is giving you instant feedback, and it's less about the prompt and more about you kind of editing in real time. Like, oh, that was interesting. I like the direction that went, and then how do I run down that channel? So it's more like jazz, right? So the evolution of how we prompt images is changing, as we're using these tools, as we're mastering Midjourney. DALL-E comes along and changes the game, and then this real-time stuff comes along and changes the game. And now we can turn images into videos, which changes the game. Because now I think about, it's at 22%. Now I think about, well, what would be an image that I could use that would make a good video is completely different than I want to make an image that's a really cool still image. Right? So and then we'll hop over to Korea and to Leonardo.Ai. Both of those are interesting. I've got to put this thing. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to go add this in our image creation area. I'm going to add it between Korea and Leonardo. Let's see. I'll do that. 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 Let's see. Hold, please. Let's see. Let's call this Decohere. So see, this is happening in real time, people. I'm going to break that link. I'm going to add a link. I'm going to paste in that. And we're going to go app.decohere.ai/turbo. And then I'm going to make this blue. Oops. Just go here and play. There you go. Save. Oh wait, I'm going to update when I updated this. So this was updated 1/12/2024. Look at that. Up in the date. We're going to save this. All right. So that's in there. So let's go back to Decohere. Let's go look at the movie this made. Nice. Look at that. Like, you can throw that right into a music video and no one would know the difference. They wouldn't know that wasn't exactly a Challenger. But like, that's a slick, smooth, no flicker video. Out of nothing, like invented in real time. So let's go to Korea. So I'm going to go to Korea.Ai. And so there's a bunch of things you can do here. This has got an upscaler in it, so you can play with the upscaler. Let me sign in, because I think I have to be signed in to do this. I think Korea's free right now, but I'm not sure. But they've got real-time image generation. So if I go here, you're going to see weirdness. Okay. So, wait, hang on. Let me make this a little smaller so it fits in the little TikTok-y thing. Okay, so some interface stuff going on here. You've got you can upload an image. You can use your webcam as an input. That's the one that I got permaban from TikTok on because it made a lady with her lady bits showing, and it was like, you've been permanently banned from TikTok. I was like, fuck. And then it's got little shapes so I can draw. So the way this works is you've got a prompt. The prompt down here says pink frog on top of a blue mushroom, which is what that is. But it's taking its composition and layout from what's over here. So if I move these things, let's see, I can do that. And then all of a sudden it's not updating anymore. Come on, what's going on? Come on, you. Let me change that. Let me go back to that. No style. There we go. All right, so if I resize this, it just automatically resizes it. So again, this idea of jazz, that's not redoing it again. Oh, you know what this is? This is, thanks, Microsoft. This is Microsoft Edge crapping the bed on us. So let me quit Microsoft Edge. Kyle, why are you using Microsoft Edge? You know, if you used Chrome, it wouldn't have such memory issue. I know, you weirdos. Edge. Now I gotta log into all my shit again. This is really annoying. Thank you, Microsoft, for being a janky piece of shit. Keeping up with all the AI stuff. Being janky pieces of shit. Yeah. Microsoft is awful, but at least they make crappy software. Microsoft is awful, but at least their software sucks. Okay. Oh, I gotta check my phone. I'll be back. 17-factor authentication. How can I help you? All right, back to Korea.Ai. You know, Kyle, I was very into this, but then you quit. I didn't understand. And then you were bad-mouthing Microsoft. They're just a corporation just trying to exist in this world. I don't think you need to be so aggressive with them. Is this not working still? What is going on with Korea? Okay, Korea's weirding out. Maybe the issue is not Microsoft. Maybe I was premature in my criticism. My criticism of the Microsoft. Paintbrush. Let's do green. And let's do a... It is not working. Nope. It are not working. That's weird. All right, anyway... Oops, something broke. Reload the page or try again. Yeah, it looks like they just... There you go. Reinforcing my oh, wait. I wonder if this is my... Wait, slider to 30 to 40 when using the camera. Yeah, it looks like Korea just went down. Let's flip over to Leonardo for a second. Joker keeps trying to tell you to move the slider. Yep, okay, got it. I got it, Joker. We'll come back to this when it's working. But we're going to go over to Leonardo right now. Leonardo.ai. So Leonardo is another one. Leonardo's an app worth learning. Because so what Leonardo's doing is they're taking a lot of the everything that gets released by Stable Diffusion, they're putting it into this web interface. So they've now got an image generation tool, a real-time canvas, which is what we were just playing with Korea. They've got a canvas editor where you can do in and out painting, and they've got a motion thing where you can make movies. So you can do all of this from within Leonardo, and it's got all. You can also train it on your own models. There's all sorts of cool stuff here. Here's other people's models. These are images they've made using models that they've either created or used. So lots of cool things to do here. But if you go to real-time canvas, it's a similar sort of thing where I can pick a color, and so I can pick that green like I was just doing. And, you know, start. And right now this has got no prompt. So I'm going to go to the prompt. I'm going to go to 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 prompt. I'm going to go right? And so just in real time, it is making all that blobby stuff. And then somewhere down here, oh, here it is. So I can just type in a prompt like, let's see, electric arcs from a Tesla coil. And, now it makes electric arcs. And I could probably even, Tesla coil it. I can also upload a picture here. Let's see, interactive mode. And then I can also change styles. So there's cinematic, there's dynamic, here's concept art, here's anime, right? So you can just, just pick these different styles. And again, so I prompted here, but I don't even need to prompt. Like, I can just get rid of that and just draw stuff and just play around with, these different styles and see what shows up. Like photography, like there's some crazy ass photography thing. And then now there's this button here, I can say output to input. I can take that output and make that the input image and then go, do crazy ass things from that input image. And I can make that the input image. And now I can, right? So all of a sudden now, am I prompting? Am I image generating? Am I editing? Am I curating? Puts on Microsoft here. That's pretty funny. That's a good one, Danielle. Kyle needs a shock collar. Oh, it's so true. Can you create an image of a turtle juggling hedgehogs? Of course I can. Let's do turtle. No, Turtle, juggling hedgehogs. All right, so do we have an eraser here? Yes. Is that an eraser? Yes. All right, so we're going to get rid of this crap. And then we're going to get a dark green we're going to get turtle green. And we're going to go paintbrush. We're going to go. There's our turtle. Nice. And then we're going to get hedgehog colored balls. Wait. Come on, be hedgehogs. Wait, maybe we got to that's cinematic. Maybe we need concept art. There's sort of a turtle juggling hedgehogs. Environment. Fantasy art should do it. It's got them doing turtles. Oh, because there's all this green shit around here. Let me get rid of all that. It's still doing that. But anyway. There you go. Turtle, hedgehogs. All right. Now, is it any good? No. But how did I get here? Through prompting? Not really. Not really. Let me go back to Korea, see if it's back alive. See if we broke it. Korea open beta. Open beta. Open beta. Open beta. Design at the speed of thought. Unless the site's down. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Okay. So now it seems to be working. So that's cool. And then what's cool with Korea is it's got this little, whatever you call it, roll the dice thing. and it'll just change up the prompt. And this is where I got to be careful because it could make a prompt that, oh, now it's not doing it. Oh, there it goes. So this is a timber house in Germany. There's floating islands, gravity-defying waterfalls. Those are actually really cool. A massive crystal clear something. Right? And so, again, you know, and then there's different styles over here on the right. Cinematic illustration. Yeah, this thing's really janky tonight. It's just not updating stuff. There it goes. Product. Bloom. Illustration. Cinematic. Beautiful. And then the thing Joker was talking about, where is it, Joker, that I do the style percentage? Is it here? No, that's quick enhance. Download image. Send to enhance. Overlay view. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna risk the fates here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put my webcam, but now it's still not doing the. Oh, see, it went right to making me a fucking chick. So now it is making a landscape using the input of my camera, but it keeps crapping out. This is really frustrating. There we go. See, dang it! Wait, let me just turn this away until I can get it to not make chicks. Okay. Jesus. All right. So as I'm moving, it's changing. And obviously, if I had a person there, you know, so, you know, I can make like, and then, so all of a sudden, so our evolution just tonight, we started with Midjourney as you've got to learn command line shit. We went to you can make images in the context of a Chat GPT chat. To you know, doing these real time things, and to this where this is interactive art, right? This is performance art. And like, how do you stop that? When do you stop? I don't know. Like, is there a way to record this so you can probably, like, you know, I don't know the software well enough to know it, but the whole point of let me get rid of this because it's really distracting. Let me go philosophize a bit. It thinks you're a mountain. I know, because I told it to, because if I tell it to make me a person, it's going to make some hot chick with her lady bits out, and I'm going to get permabanned. I wish TikTok didn't have that stupid AI in it, so I could show AI shit. The higher the slider, the more it thinks on its own and ignores the camera image. Oh, that's cool. Okay, great. Yeah, so there's that little slider on the right-hand side, so you can make it, you know, closer to what the input image is or farther away. But think about the skills of the human beings using these tools. There are going to be people that are fucking brilliant at Midjourney that are going to suck at Korea. There are going to be people that master Korea that are like fucking magicians, just wave their hands and make masterpieces. So when I talk in this channel about there are no experts, the reason there are no experts is that all of the people that thought they had their shit together and they were like Midjourney bosses may or may not be bosses when the next kind of technology comes along. And when we get the next iteration of Chat GPT, where it's even more multimodal, where it's doing audio and video and all that sort of stuff. And when we get Gemini Ultra, which is going to have a completely different interface than just text entry, it's going to have, you're going to be able to put objects on a like a canvas and mix and match them and create shit out of the shit. That's why no one knows anything, because we have no idea what skills are going to be required to use these tools. We don't know what these tools can do. We don't know what they make possible. As the lines blur, like Leonardo, for most of 2023, was an image generation app. You could train it on your own photographs or images. You could generate images. And now it's got this real-time thing in it. It's got a movie generator in it. At some point, Stable Diffusion is going to release a music model. Stability AI is going to release a music model, so it'll have music in it. At some point, they'll probably put game mechanics in it and 3D world mechanics in it. And so as these tools that right now are these separate tools start to do this, well, what skills required? I don't have a clue. Maybe the person that can imagine the most creative game and describe it well and can use all the tools within Leonardo is going to make a hit game. And maybe they've never been a game developer before, and they're not an artist, and they're not a coder, and they're not a musician, and they're not a character animator, and they're not an illustrator, and yet they had a funky idea for a game, and they could think in this sort of crazy straw kind of way. This is why I say I think the era that we're entering is what I'm calling revenge of the liberal arts major. I think if you think super vertically and super specialized, if you went to school for one thing and got your master's degree and your PhD for this one thing, I think in the next 3 years that becomes a disadvantage. That becomes a liability. Now, are there going to be people that still just do one thing? Absolutely. But there is a shift in power coming to people that can think across disciplines are going to be higher valued when all of the tools go across disciplines. So people whose minds do this really well, I don't know what that is, but it's like, here's all of my fingers are a different discipline, right? Here's animation, here's music, here's drawing, here's writing, here's directing. People whose brains can grok the whole picture are going to be really valued when the tools can do everything. It doesn't mean that specialists go away, but right now, people whose brains do this are devalued. Oh, you're just a generalist. Yeah. Hey, how's that philosophy degree working out for you? I'll be over here doing my deep mathematics. Well, all of a sudden, that cross-thinking, philosophical, juggling coder type is going to be in demand. And so the value of that is going to go up. So if you're a generalist, party's about to begin. If you're a specialist, you better get comfortable with being able to deal with, Edgar, just to share, image upscaler media.io upscales your images to 20 by 20K. Wow, that's pretty big. Image up img upscaler.media.io. Let me go look at that. If it's one of those things, img upscaler.media.io. All these domain names with the fucking .io at the end, .xyz, .whatever. Okay, cool. It looks like it's semi-open sourcey kind of stuff. Cool. imgupscaler.media.io. Drag and drop your file and it upscales it to 20K by 20K, which is fucking huge, which is awesome. Yeah, there's a new commercial thing out there called Magnifique that just went to 10K by 10K, and that's $35 a month. So having something like this that's free, that's good to know about. But there's Leonardo does upscaling. I think that Decohere does it. I think Korea does it. Personal AI will have the major impact, starting with Rabbit R1 as an early entry. Is it personal AI is what they're called, Drew? Did you order the R1, Drew? I ordered one. So if you don't know what the R1 is, this is cool. Kyle, can you please post your speech about Generalist on YouTube so I can send it to everyone I know? The one I just gave, the little screed I just did there. Where are we? We're at an hour 40 in. Let me take a note. Source camp. So 140. What did I talk about? Generalist. Yes, I will do it. I'll either do it as a TikTok or as a YouTube. For source camp. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know it. So, it's not going to happen right away either. I think it's going to catch people off guard, Kelly, because we've got such an elitist fucking, like, the whole of higher education devalues generalists and pushes people towards specialization. It happens in medicine, it happens in the creative arts, it happens in business. If you're a specialist, you make more money. Just the way it is. Why? Because before generative AI, only the specialist could have deep enough knowledge to be able to do that specialty. Sometimes it's a skill thing, right? Sometimes you need to go deep to be able to have physical dexterity skill. Those things are still going to be required in some cases, but, a lot of times not, right? If this generative AI stuff can do music theory and composition as good as someone who's been doing it for 30 years, you're like, well, it can't do it now. I'm like, okay, give it 2 years, and it will. And if it can do illustration and animation and coding and this, as good as people have been doing those specialties for years, well, then supply and demand. You don't need as many of those specialists. What you need are people that can direct, produce, curate, pull it all together. That's a different brain. It's a totally different brain. I'm trying to identify which AI is being used by a creator named Horror Daily. Can you look and ID Horror Daily? Let's hopefully. Well, I'll leave it in a little small window. Horror Daily AI. The Nightmare Machine. Did I spell that wrong? Horror Daily. The Daily Dead. Give me a... There's too much stuff coming up. You're going to have to give me a URL. Joxer the Mighty. I'm happy to look, but I need a URL because there's just too much stuff's coming up for horror. Who has been telling me for years to be a specialist? Wait, who has been? Oh, I had that conversation today with my friends who's been telling you for years to become a specialist. Exactly. Oh my God, did anyone know the GPT? Yeah, exactly. Wait, anyone? No, the GPT marketplace is live now. Yeah, a human being. We talked about it earlier. It's there. It's very thin. Let's put it that way. It is lacking so many basic features that it needs to have that it's just show and tell. check in time, show and tell. All right. Let's go to Ai Salon. The Ai Salon. We say salon because it's French. I didn't realize we were learning a separate language here. I didn't come to the learning lab to actually learn something, okay? I came here for the jokes. Salon. We pronounce it salon, and we go there and we get our mani-pedi. Everybody. I think everybody knows that. Good Lord. Salon. No. I am a conscientious objector to that kind of thinking. All right. Censored. Juggling. There you go. Juggling. A turtle juggling hedgehogs. It's like we've always wanted. Oh. See, is that Cindy? Yeah. Listen, Cindy, you can't just replace every animal with a raccoon. It's not how it works. This is very species. You're a speciesist. I hate to say it. You're a speciesist, and you know the turtle people are going to be very upset. I think one of our values is inclusion, and trying to be inclusive. I think you're being quite speciesist. The Irregulars. Who did that? Joker? Oh, Digital Danny. That's really good. That reminds me of remember in the 70s the stickers of it was like the rat rod, like the dragsters, and they always had like the guy that was all tweaked out driving the dragster. That's what they looked like. That's really good. That looks disturbingly like me. I don't like whoever did this. Daniel Togas. Or is that you? Is that an actual photograph? Or is that must be an actual photograph because it's too blurry to be a thing. That's really cool. Decohere, create what can't be filmed. Yep. Okay, good. I'm glad you put that in there. Very nice. Okay, that's just rude. This is the problem. The problem with AI and my face is sometimes it's just like, yeah, you're 450. You're easily 450, dude. Oh man, these are great. Look at all the balls in the background. He's at the juggling bazaar in the Middle East. Sideshow Kyle. Yeah, that's actually a little closer to the truth than I'd like to admit. There's Joker making everyone happy tonight. I think we should submit these designs for the GPT store to OpenAI. Say, hey, listen, we're here to help you out. Like what you put out there was pathetic, so we got some stuff for you. Here you go. That would be a better interface to the GPT store than what they have. Fucking crazy. Awesome. I like it. You people are good. You people are good people. Whoo! Good Lord. What time we got? All right, got a few more minutes. All right. That generalist thing. Again, when's that going to happen? It's going to start happening in 2024. Again, I keep going back to this. 2023, the last normal year. Actually, do me a favor, Irregulars. Come up with some cool concepts for 2023, the last normal year. Let's get show and tell full of some of that meme, because I think it feels like a really important meme to me. Maybe we even start sharing that out on the Twitters and things like that, the LinkedIns, because like things are going to get weird in unexpected ways. And I think, Revenge of the Liberal Arts Major is one of them, where starting in 2024, we're going to start to see this shift where specialists get undervalued and generalists start to rise in power or in demand. Not in power, but in demand. And so it's going to be people who can think horizontally, or T-shaped thinkers. Do you know the T-shaped theory, right? That you can go deep on a thing, but you can also think horizontally. Like creative directors are usually T-shaped thinkers. Hey Siri. Go away.
Okay. Okay.
I hadn't called on her in a while. She just showed up there for no reason. Oh man. Earth Rocker, right. Big picture creativity is what's needed. Is tonight being recorded? If so, when will it be posted? Whenever I get my shit together and post it. But I generally do that on Saturdays. So, especially because Source Camp wanted that one specific section. I'll post a clip. So I'll get this out tomorrow. And I've got to catch up. I've got like a month of descriptions I've got to create. Which, by the way, how I create my descriptions on my YouTube channel. So I take these videos, I download them off the TikTok, I dump them up to YouTube. YouTube transcribes them. I take those transcriptions, I pop them into Claude or GPT-4 with a prompt that I wrote that's like this big, long-ass prompt. And it generates a title, a description, hashtags, puts the URL in there, and then chapterizes the clip. Which is cool, except the chapterization, sometimes it works fucking brilliantly, and then there's the other 68% of the time where it's just like, I'm just like smacking my face against the desk. Like, no, that's bad. That's bad. Could you do it the way you did it last time? No, it can't. Because these tools are, class, janky pieces of shit. So even though they do remarkable things, they're not consistent, they're bad, they misspell. But enjoy the imperfection now. I'm telling you, enjoy the imperfection now. These things are going to get scarily good. Let me see what else we got going here. But don't you lose the uniqueness of that specialist. Misty Grimes, I don't think that specialists go away. I think that AI literate specialists get super valuable. So if I've been an animator for 30 years and I'm really good at animation, like Pixar good at animation, and I expect that the skills that I use today to do my animation stuff are going to be enough, they're not going to be enough. But if I take those skills that I've got in today's tools and I'm like, okay, this AI shit's coming, I'm going to be the best AI animator on the planet because I'm like a kick-ass animator on the planet right now. And I'm going to maintain that. I think those specialists, their value goes up dramatically. Because there's something about that depth of expertise that they're going to be able to look at what AI tools do and much more quickly assess that's good, that's bad, that's good, that's bad, right? So there's a reason to have specialists. But if it's specialists who are just crossing their arms like, my talent is enough, they're in for a rude awakening. Because their talent is good enough now, but the tools right now, like on something like animation, are so shitty that the animator can look at it right now and go, huh, yeah, it's a joke. It's not anywhere close to what I do. Well, at the end of 2024, see if they're sitting back like going, ha. Like, the more sophisticated arts beyond copywriting. So like, I think copywriters got their wake-up call in 2023. I think the rest of knowledge workers and creatives get their wake-up call in 2024. Everyone that thinks that their little particular specialty is off limits are fucked. if they don't like wake up and become part of this conversation. But I agree. I think specialists who are AI literate, I think they maintain their value or their value goes up. Generalists that are AI literate, their value goes up. Generalists that are not AI literate, no one's going to give a shit. This is going to be all about AI literacy. Who can use these tools? Who can wield these tools to get consistent results for whatever the project is? Kyle, his name is Horror Daily 98 on TikTok. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me go see if I can find that. At Horror Daily 98. Do. God damn it. 17-factor authentication. Good. Oh, come on. I did it right, you turd monkey. I did turd monkey for Joker. Now we're going to see 17 turd monkeys. Refresh. It never loads right the first time. This looks like Midjourney to me.
Do you know that the movie Corpse Bride is inspired by...
This is Midjourney and HeyGen or DID. So, I think.
A real and tragic story. Hello, I am Emily, and my story begins in the 19th century.
Yeah, this is Midjourney. It could be DALL-E, but just the nature, like this
You
just
know that
looks
Chucky
like.
is based on my true story.
Oops.
And in 1904, when the Otto family moved to a villa in full.
I'm actually not the beloved hero Peter Pan you see in your eyes.
It could be DALL-E.
Instead, I am the underworld messenger of your youth. Hello.
Yeah, he's got a
You
recipe
always see
here.
me smiling. What you've seen of Adventures in Wonderland is a sugar-coated lie. Actually, there is no magical rabbit hole here. Hello. What you've seen of it. Do you know the...
Yeah,
I am an old and hideous...
This is fairly straightforward stuff. He's got a really cool recipe, which is establishing shot of the person talking, cut to some image that looks like an old-timey photograph, come back to the person talking, right? Like, so the recipe here is consistent. This is a good channel to learn from. This would be a good channel to try to replicate, not necessarily the style, but just like the storytelling technique. Learn to do image generation, learn to do the animation, learn to pull in the voice. So here I can show you how we can go do a version of this. So let's go. I'm going to do this just in DALL-E just because it'll be quicker. So let me go to Chat GPT. So I'm going to log in. And I'll do, let's see. What is TikTok? 9x16, I think it is. Make me a 9x16 tall cinematic image of a 19th century spooky doll in a dusty room with a fireplace blurred out in the distance. The doll eyes should be looking right into the camera. Let's see what we get. 2024 RIP copywriters. I actually don't agree with that, Lynette. I think so. So what's happening with the copywriters that I know? What? Wait, what? Oh, I was in ChatGPT 3.5. Someone's probably telling me that. Kyle, you're in 3.5. It won't make images, you big dumb. Okay. So we're going to make that image. I don't think copywriters go away. I think they morph. I think all the copywriters that I know, they're using ChatGPT to augment their copywriting. They're still being hired for copywriting. They're still trusted for copywriting. A lot of their clients know that they're using ChatGPT. They're increasing their output. They're increasing their quality. They're maintaining their prices. And the other thing that's happening is the copywriters that I know that are really embracing this stuff are also becoming illustrators and game designers and marketing strategists and all sorts of shit like that. So, what the hell did it do? It did it sideways. Let's see. You made the image sideways. I want this to be a close-up of the doll that takes up the majority of the frame. Let's see what that does. We'll see. So how can I market myself and for what jobs? I don't know what you do, but so here's what I would say in general with this AI stuff, Maria, is learn as much as you can. Learn how to do what you do really well in AI. Like learn. Why is it sideways? It's like it's still sideways. The doll should face up. I'm a copywriter using ChatGPT since it came out. Haven't lost work. Capable of quicker output. Yeah, exactly. So AI literate specialists, again, AI literate specialists who really embrace this. And what's going to happen is the advantage that copywriters have. This is sort of the hidden superpower of copywriters is that in those instances where you need to be good at prompting, what you actually need to be good at is language, and copywriters are good with language. So if okay, let me start over. Let me see. Whatever it did, it just didn't. We're in a bad thing here. So let's see. Make a spooky doll in a dusty room with a fireplace blurred out in the distance. The doll I know what we can do. Of a cinematic close-up image. You asked it for 9x16. I think you might be. It might be doing 16x9 and then rotating. Yeah, it is. Oh, you know what it might have done is I used the word cinematic, and so it might be thinking of cinematic as 16x9. That's probably what it is. Let's see if it does it again. That's probably the problem. So even look here, the troubleshooting that we're doing here, trying to get this image. Yeah, it's the word cinematic. So let me take this. Let me take this. Let me get rid of cinematic. And then I'll say, the style should be moody and realistic photography. This should fix it. Rotate 90 degrees. No, but I want it to be vertical. I mean, I could outpaint. I'm just trying to do it quick, which that's the problem. Just tell it to make it for TikTok. Yeah, that's a good idea. Change it to 16x9. Just ask for a tall image. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if I got it here with removing cinematic. Make me a tall image close up. Let's see. If anyone has anything If anyone's made a tall image, throw it in show and tell, and I'll just use your image and go. We could even do that one. That's pretty funny. Joker. Korea. Yep, Korea again. The last normal year, like it. There's the fart soup. Oh, love that one. That one's great. Siri. Nice. That one's really good. Nice. Nice. Yep. Yeah, these are good. All right. Let's see. Did we get something? Please tell me we got something. Regenerate. It's doing what you asked for. It's 9 by 16. No, it's doing it 16 by 9, but turning it sideways 9 by 16. Start over from the beginning. I know. Please tell me that worked. Fail, 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 fail. Tall, close-up image of a spooky 19th century doll. Wait, is he supposed to be teaching us? It seems like what would be appreciated if it seems perhaps he needs to take a workshop on how to do the things he's trying to teach us how to do. Is that a possibility? Does he understand how this technology? Am I paying for this? How much is this class? This does not seem worth it. Oh my God! Why can it not do a tall image? It must be the doll thing. Close up of a spooky. Close up. Let's see. I know it can. I know it'll do it. Close up. Portrait. That'll do it. Of a spooky 19th century silver type. Just print it and turn the paper. No, I want to create a vertical thing. Like I can just turn. I don't mind turning the paper, but then it makes it wide. I want it to be TikTok. I'm just trying to do what the guy did on TikTok. It shouldn't be this hard, people. All right, that's fucking terrifying. Perfect. Let's use that. Okay, so. Okay, here's a trick that I learned yesterday on this channel. This little download button here, if I right click save this image, it saves it in this weird ass WebP format. If you click this little download button, it saves it as a PNG, which is like, thank goodness, because that other format's shitty. Okay, so now we've got her. Now we're going to go to D-ID. You can either do this or HeyGen, or there's another one called Synthesia. I'm going to log in. And then we're going to create a video. And so I'm going to upload our crazy ass thingy. We'll go back to Chat GPT and we'll go Great. Give a spooky short paragraph. She says of being lost in eternity. Make it shorter and from her POV. In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of eternity. My heart aches with... Okay, so I've got a script now. So I'm going to copy the script. We're going to go back to DID. I'm going to paste in that script. And now we're going to go find... You're using a premium voice. No, I'm not going to use a premium voice. Female voices. So we're going to not use a premium voice. Now we're just going to go listen.
In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of.
No.
In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of.
In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of.
In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of.
Wait, can I? Oh, wait, it was American. Let's go get English. Let's do like South African English.
In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of.
Yeah, that's spooky enough. Okay, cool. And then you say generate video. So in the upper right-hand corner, it says generate video. So basically you find a voice, you write a script. You can also record the audio. You can also, if you use 11 Labs has this thing called speech-to-speech where you can record your voice and then swap in a female voice. It'll keep your cadence. So if you wanted to talk really slow and really weird, and then replace it with a woman's voice, you can do that in 11 Labs. And then you just upload the audio file to something like this. But anyway, so I say generate video, bang. It's going to tell me how many credits it's going to cost, 2 credits. And then it'll go off and do this. And it won't take that long. And then we'll see it. Help, I'm stuck. Do not make it even more scary, please. I like using D-ID. S-Clippy. That doesn't sound like a South African Rudy. Rudy from South Africa is like, dude, come on, man. That's crap. You could also record your own voice. But anyway, here she is.
In this endless twilight, I drift through the whispers of eternity. My heart aches with memories of a life once lived, now just shadows flickering in the gloom. Each step is a silent echo in this timeless expanse, a solemn dance with the ghosts of what was and what might have been. Lost in this eternal waltz, I am a mere specter, forever yearning for a past that slips like mist through my ethereal fingers.
Right? Add some spooky music behind that, cut in some, some things like they did, overlay the overlays, and you got it, right? So that's how they're doing it. What I would say is find your own style and find your own, I would say Joker has this creepy clown thing. He's got, and actually his shit tossing monkeys. He's got this. He's got the humanized llamas are really creepy and specific, and then his creepy clowns are super specific. Like anything like that where you've got a very clear editorial voice, creative voice, would make perfect content for a channel like that. Let me see if I can find one of his llamas. Well, there's this clown. Imagine a channel of just that. Yeah, that's no longer scary, very silly. Well, but you know what would help? Even though this chick is a little silly now, adding music, adding edits, things like that. And you know, you have to tweak the voice until you get the voice right? And maybe it's recording your voice and swapping it out. Like this video I did speech to speech with.
This is really frustrating.
Oh no, that's not it. Wait, where is it? This one.
Hello, I'm Dr. Emily Park. As an endocrinologist specializing in diabetes, my approach goes beyond traditional treatment. I'm deeply committed to empowering my patients, integrating medical care with...
So that one, that's my recording, but then I swapped out my voice with hers, right? So you could start to get pretty fancy with how you produce that stuff. Is it paid or free? Almost all of these animation things are paid and they're not cheap. So if you want to do a channel like that horror channel, it's going to cost you some money. There's some stable video stuff. There's some free choices out there, but you have to be pretty geeky to use them. If you want these tools that are decently easy to use, they're going to cost you money. Anyway, all right, listen, I got to get out of here, people. It's Friday night. You all have date nights. You gotta get going. What are you doing here with me? 172 people in here. What are we doing, people? What are we doing with our lives? Hopefully that helped you figure out how they were doing that thing. You know, part of what makes that other channel good is he or she's got a real clear storytelling sense, right? He does the establishing shot with the spooky face, cuts to some weird image that is a little jarring, cuts back to the spooky face, cuts to some other thing, has spooky music in it, has some sort of animated effects on it. Like it ain't just about the tools, it's about the storytelling. Sure, terrify us and leave. You're going to need to all go get your blankies. We're leaving in 15. But we're having a good time. This was my date. Nice show. Thank you very much. So listen, if you appreciated this, if you appreciate the show, if you appreciate what I'm up to here, follow my channel. I haven't been doing these requests for participation, and I've been getting very little engagement lately. I feel like I've been teaching a lot and getting very little engagement. So I see a lot of people tapping the like screen. I appreciate that. You can subscribe to the channel. In one of the corners down here is a video series on why I think AI is actually underhyped. So if you want to sort of primer on how this AI shit works and why I think it's a big deal, that's in that. That'll support the channel. Following my channel supports it. Joining the AI Salon. So if you go to this URL right here, that's a link tree. The first link there will take you to the AI Salon, which is a Mighty Networks community. Check out about the salon. And if you want to hang out with people that are exploring this AI stuff, that's what this is. It's been around. I started this community a week after Chat GPT was launched. So we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. Really cool. As a horror fan, I'm not mad, just disappointed. Well, Pate, you can go make some scary shit as a horror fan. That's really funny. It's only $5 for the series. Oh, the one down there is $5. Yeah, so that'll support the thing. So anything you can do to support the channel would be great. I'm here every night. You can ask the Irregulars. 7 nights a week, 2 to 3 hours a night. Ask my family. They're not happy about it. But this is really important. And so keep coming back. So that's the other way you can support it, is just participate. And like why you would join this community is to participate, learn shit, share what you're learning, talk about what you're learning out in the world. Best Friday night date night ever. Same as other 6 nights, but it's Friday. Exactly. Thank you, Source Camp. A human being, we appreciate you, Kyle, and I appreciate you. Some of my Christmas images were spooky. Yeah, some of the stuff. If you like have a really clear idea of what's spooky to you and want to get there, you can get there with this stuff. It's Saturday night here. You Aussies you're way ahead of the game. If you're feeling behind, that's because the Aussies are ahead of us always. Be not afraid. Thank you very much. Okay. Andrea, thank you for what you do, Kyle. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nice show, Kyle. Thanks, Silver Fox, Digital Gods. Okay. So, thank you to the mods. Thank you to the Irregulars. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to everyone that showed up here. It's Friday night. We had 175 people at the end there. I'm like, holy shit. Because I don't really pay attention to what's going on. This was really fun. A lot of them get refused due to the violent imagery. That's why you should use something like Leonardo that's on top of Stable Diffusion. You can do some of that. You're the funniest comedian. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wasn't super funny tonight, but we try to get some comedy in there. All right. Thanks, Kyle and Mods. Thank you. Random TK, good to see you. Forever Hooked, JRC. Rudy, thank you for coming in as always. You're awesome. Our South African buddy. Who's by the way, Rudy, what's your last name, Rudy? Rudy, wait, where is it? Rudy Sygo? How do you spell your last name? He's got a TikTok channel. Yeah, SYGO. Look up Rudy Sygo. He's been doing really cool, super energetic TikToks that have way more production value than mine. Because, I don't know. He's got skills. But he's been doing, teaching people how to do programming with AI. So go check out his videos. Look in the romper room mirror. Yeah, exactly. Time for the romper room mirror, kids. I see JRC and I see Joker. I see a human being, an Apple user. I see TK. Forever Hooked. Drew's here from bringing the Aussies in. I don't know if Steve-O's here tonight. Mr. IT, good to see you. Edgar, Pate, as always, thank you for hanging out. Steve-O is here. Peace out. Cam Catkin from Cleveland. Her modding tonight was horrible. It was like she couldn't even do any modding. She couldn't pin tonight. TikTok, 30-minute goodbyes. Exactly. I could never say goodbye. I wish I could quit you. All right, everybody. I'm out. Have a great night. I will. I'll get some of these recordings up in Source Camp. I'll do. I'll find that section where I was talking about the generalists. Peace out, everybody.